Hello, my dear students. We are starting lesson 2 this week. In this lesson, we are going to read and talk about favorite cartoon characters. If you are ready, let's start. Reading. Activity 1. Listen and repeat. Can you find these words in the article? As you always did in the classroom, take your highlighters, find the words in the article and underline them, okay? Repeat the words twice.
Appear, appear. Become, become. Create, create. Hit, hit. Hole, hole. Laugh, laugh. Noisy, noisy. Personality, personality.
Okay. If you don't know the meanings of these words, please look up in your dictionaries. Activity 2. In this activity, we have a question. Please underline the question. What did people like about Woody Woodpecker? While listening to the article, please underline the answer.
Woody Woodpecker is a cartoon character that became popular in the 1940s. Who created Woody? Walter Lantz created Woody Woodpecker. They often heard knock, 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 but they didn't know what it was. Lantz went outside and he saw a noisy woodpecker making holes in the roof. Lantz made a few drawings of the bird, his friend Bugs Hardaway wrote a story, and Woody Woodpecker was born. How did Woody become so popular? Woody was a crazy bird that made holes in trees. Everybody loved his personality and his laugh. Woody's song, with his famous laugh, was one of the biggest hits in 1948. When did Woody first appear on TV? In his TV show, Woody was less crazy, more serious, and he tried to do good. The new Woody Woodpecker show was on TV until 2002. Woody Woodpecker has got his own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Not bad at all for a cartoon bird.
Okay, as you see, there are some missing parts in the article. Please look at here. 1, and you heard the beep sound. 2, 3, and 4. Okay, there are some missing sentences. In activity 3, you are going to complete the article with these sentences. Be careful. If you think it is difficult to find the right sentence, look at the sentences before and after the blank, okay? Blank means boşluk. Boşluktan önceki veya boşluktan sonraki cümlelere bakarak boşluğa hangi cümlenin gelmesi gerektiğini tahmin edebilirsiniz. Okay, this is your homework. 4. Write the missing letters. You are going to find the word, okay? When you make something new, for example, what is this? This is the definition of the verb or of the word. Something that makes a lot of noise, for example. What do we call? It is an adjective. Someone's character, what do we call? A very popular song or film, what is it? to take part in a film or television program, you can get help from the first part, exercise 1, activity 1, okay? And this is your homework too. Okay, now grammar part. You know, we are still learning past simple. In lesson 2, we are going to ask WH questions in past simple. WH questions are the questions that we ask for information. Okay? The answer is not yes or no. The person who uses a question word asks for information. For example, who, what time, when, where, which, whose, how many, how much, or how long, etc. In past simple, it is easy to ask WH questions because in questions we use did. For example, what did you do yesterday? Or when did you go to the cinema? Or who did you see last week? What time did your father arrive home? How many hamburgers did she eat? Okay, let's look at the examples in our books. Which star did you see? Who did you see? Where did you see him? When did you see him? Why did he speak to you? What did he say? How did you feel? Whose autograph did you get? The question starts with a question word, you see. And then we use did for the questions, okay? Did you, or did he, or did she? It's not important. Let's look at the note. When the question word asks about the subject, it can be person, animal, or thing, then the verb stays in the affirmative form. For example, who went to the cinema? Who question is different here because it is asking about the subject pronoun, okay? You don't know who did the action, so you ask for this information. In these questions, we don't use did. But in this question, who did you see? You ask the person, okay? You ask the person, but this person is not the subject pronoun. It is the object pronoun. For example, I saw Mary. I saw my best friend. Like this, okay? Maybe I will prepare a video about these questions. Now, let's go on with the next part. Exercise 5. Write questions in the past simple about the underlined words. Use these question words. The question words are given to you. How, what, when, where, who, and whose. You are going to use these question words. Be careful. Some words are underlined in the sentences and you are going to ask the question and you are going to ask for information. For example, last Saturday, what is it? Yes, it is the time. So, we ask with when. Stephen is a person, you know, so we ask with who. By train. Train is a mean of transport, so it is not a person. We use what, or we use how. For example, how did you go to school? I went to school by bus. How did you go to the supermarket? I went on foot. She waited outside the theater. It means the place, okay? So we are going to ask with where. Okay, I'll give you the first example. I went to Justin Bieber's concert last Saturday. So we are going to ask last Saturday. We use when, and in the question, we don't use last Saturday. Please be careful. When did you go to Justin Bieber's concert? When did you? Okay, don't forget to use did in the questions. I want to give the second sentence. I saw Steven on TV last night. Who? Okay, who did you see on TV last night? We don't use Steven. You don't use by train in the question, or you don't use outside the theater in the question. This is your homework. We will check them next week. Exercise 6. Label the pictures with these words. Here we see the kinds of movies. For example, what kind of movie do you like? I like comedy films. What kind of movie did you watch last night? I watched a science fiction film, like this, okay? You are going to write the correct movie type under the pictures. This is your homework too. Let's continue. Exercise 7. Listen to two friends talking in a DVD shop. You are going to listen to a dialogue and tick the DVDs they choose. Okay, which DVDs do they choose? Okay, let's listen.
Let's go to the DVD club and get some films out tonight.
Okay, that's a good idea. We can watch them at the weekend.
Later in the DVD club. Look, this is a good film.
What's the name of it?
The Green Mile.
Oh no, that's a sad film. I don't like dramas. What about this? It's with Keanu Reeves.
Oh yes, I know him. He was in the film Matrix. Is it an adventure film?
No, it isn't. It's a love story.
I don't want to watch that. I hate love stories.
Well, how about this then? It is really funny.
Okay, I like comedies.
Me too. I always laugh with Jim Carrey.
Yeah, he's great. Let's get this then.
This one looks good too.
But it's got singing and dancing in it. Boring.
Well, which other one do you want then?
This one, Mission Impossible 3.
Well, I don't usually like adventure films. They're all the same.
But Craig says it's really exciting.
Oh, okay then. Let's get these two.
Okay, if you don't understand the first time, you can listen again and again, okay? Let's go on with the next exercise. Read these pairs of words. What is the difference between the sounds of the colored letters in each pair? Listen and check. Okay, I'm sure you pronounce them correctly. For example, this is, yes, very good, dance or dance, and this is cartoon. Yes. In the second one, this is, yes, very good, and this one. But I think there is something wrong here. S is red, but I think in your books, G is red. So G here, it should be red here. 3, the S letter, okay? So you can pronounce it correctly, but we will check them next week. So Let's go on with the next exercise. I think this is the last one. Okay, we will do it together. Now listen and write the missing letters. Okay.
Easy.
Okay, you write the missing letter here, okay? We will check them next week.
Comedy.
Be careful with the sounds.
Garage. Funny. Exciting. Sleep. Young. Peace.
Okay. In your notebooks, please, on a new page, write lesson 2, I love cartoons. Then write vocabulary and write down the words and the phrases in lesson 2 and write their Turkish meanings. I want you to make your own sentences with the new words, okay? Let's continue with workbook. Workbook is your homework, unit 10, lesson 2. This is your homework, okay? Exercise 1. Write the missing letters. You are going to write down the missing letters. Be careful with the definitions, okay? In exercise 2, choose the correct answers. You can get help from your student's book, okay? It's about, I think, yes, Woody Packer. It's about the article in lesson 2, student's book. Here you are going to match the sentences. This is about grammar, past simple. Complete the questions with a question word. You are going to find the correct question word, but you should look at the answer, okay? Please look at the answer. What is this question asking about? For example, here. Did he talk to? He talked to the journalist. Journalist is a person who works in a newspaper. Gazeteci. In this question, you don't see journalist. So, you are going to ask the journalist. It's the person who. Like this. You can look at the sentences. You can look at the answers. I'm sure you will find the right question words. Exercise 5. Write questions in the past simple about the underlined words. Use these question words. And the words are underlined. You are going to ask questions, but don't use the underlined words in the question. For example, by plane. How? By plane. How did the pop group travel to Sydney? Okay, we don't use by plane in the question because we are asking about it. I want to give the answer of the third sentence. Look. Autographs. Autographs. It's not a person, so we ask with did. What? What did Ronaldo sign for his fans? You see in the question, autographs aren't used. Okay, this is your homework too. Exercise 6. Read Elliot's diary and answer the questions with full sentences. Be careful. You are going to write long sentences, okay? Not short answers. First, read the article, read the diary, and then find the answer, then write down here. Okay, that's all. See you at the next video. Take care. Goodbye.